So watching Will Johnson here. Sorry. Just over here at the farmers market. Waiting for the mayor's visit here at 11 o'clock. Wonderful farmers market. It's over at the DMV building in the parking lot. Definitely recommend the Indian, the food booth. I'll go walk over there. This is just in any case, I was watching. I'm concerned they we're supposed to be here, so obviously they have issues. There goes Ty. Hi, sorry about that. I'm waiting for Libby Chef's arrival here at the Tesmescal Farmers Market. A very pleasant market within walking distance from Rock Ridge Park, and it should be quite an event here. I'm just going to show you some of the booths. Highly recommended, although a bit pricey. If you ask some of these food booths, so I asked them for a $5 sample. It was wonderful, lamb something or other. So let me just walk you through what the farmers market here is. It's at the DMV location in the parking lot. I'm sure you're all familiar with the farmers market, obviously in Central California. So in any case, I had a wonderful dish here. What was the name of that dish I had? Lamb.
Vindaloo.
Bindal?
Yeah.
Bindal?
Lamb Vindaloo.
Bindalu?
Lamb Vindaloo. You can.
Oh, I'll try to read. Vindaloo.
Yeah.
Vindaloo. Okay, there we go. May I rotate it?
Yeah.
It's spicy.
Man, it's so. Well, it was yeah, spicy. Lamb Vindaloo. Fantastic stuff here. Anyways, thank you so much for the sample size.
You're welcome.
So they gave me a sample size. These are full meal prices, $9, $13, blah blah blah. So while I was waiting, it's a pleasant little park. In stark contrast to the well, we'll see what happens. In any case, family event, farmers markets are. I'm concerned that obviously the Oakland mayor doesn't support her own city employees. She should have been out to this coffee shop trying to be a leader. Instead, by her ignoring a flashpoint at a coffee shop over on the other side of town that refuses service to its own city's employees. It was very harmful to the city. And, I would think these fine citizens here should bring their children over to the coffee shop and support the police. But it's two different worlds. I don't know how to repair that social fabric except for to do, our embedded journalism and immersion journalism. But in any case, wonderful farmers market. Luckily, I live close to Chinatown, so I get to have fresh produce, whenever I want. It's kind of cool. So cool stuff. Just waiting for the mayor. Let me tighten up all this stuff. I'm sorry about that. Have a good day. I'm not good at this broadcasting stuff. I'm more of, again, whatever. So, hey, just to let you know, this isn't, this is, so this is Tahoe.
Look at her.
So, all events should be like this, right? It's just nice and civil. But what happens is they get emotionally engineered, right? The mainstream media is just full of hate. It's just bizarre. I don't know if you're watching Will Johnson's feed. Highly recommended if you've watched Will's. I just wanted to document some of this stuff before hopefully nothing happens, right? Just normal, peaceful gatherings, right? I don't know why they have to promote plantation politics and division politics. This is what we're supposed to be doing, petition gathering, supporting local farmers. This is all good stuff. But the reason I'm doing this is I want to document the change in mood, and instead of the citizens supporting civil liberties and civil rights of people who are patriotic, they'll abandon them, right? Because they don't want the controversy. They'll make it seem like we're putting children in danger and stuff, but really we're here to protect the children for the posterity of America. So while people's lives are at risk out there in over in Fruitvale with threats, all they wanted to do was support, the police, the lawful police, something that's absolutely required. It's actually what the militia was defined in the U.S. Constitution, the version that was ratified in 1788. If you do a search on it, the the intent from the Articles of Confederation into the U.S. Constitution, or basically, the Articles of Confederation was Constitution version 1.0, Rev 1, right? 1.0. There wasn't any enforcement capability, so they added the militia, basically armed citizen, and basically, as opposed to Army, Navy, military. And that's what militia meant. If you look it up in the Constitution, this is the big gap. Is that it's all right there, but I don't know why the NRA and doing all this other stuff, like, citizens must be prepared to be drafted into a militia. It's because police will be armed, because they didn't coin the word police powers or police for another 50 years, 100 years, or whatever it was. So instead, they use words that everybody understood as organizing the militia. Do a search on militia, U.S. Constitution, and you'll find it's, I think, definition of the police powers in part as law enforcement. So because police are armed, the citizens shall not be deprived the right also to keep and bear arms as a deterrent to abuses of police. And, it's all, that's why concealed carry should be the right of every responsible citizen. Reasonable, right? So there'd be, probably municipal codes that might restrict hunting, that might restrict whatever, right? There has to be a reason for it, reasonable as opposed to, unreasonableness of. So it looks like, objectively, a setup slaughters by people who are radicalized by the Democratic current DNC leadership. If you do the research, that's what it seems like. It's not white men or whatever; it's radicalized men, and whether they're sacrificing themselves or who knows. I don't know what's going on, but this is pretty. Sorry, I'll keep quiet.
You come and give your love to me.
See, it's a wonderful event. I'm talking into the phone here. I don't want to disturb what everybody should be supporting, and but this is a far different culture than we see on the other side of town. How do we import or cross-pollinate this culture with a culture that is intentionally, emotionally engineered, hypnotized to hate the country that gives it the most promise, because the local politicians use them as they traffic in humans, and that's the sad part. There's no trafficking in humans on this side, except for the lure of, or the hypnosis of hiring what the legal term is called illegal aliens, or aliens. Aliens can, it's the whole group of people who are visitors to citizens, and so the privilege of citizenship are the rights reserved for citizens, right? And that's so when they're talking about privilege, it's like, it's like you have a right to apply and get a driver's license if you pass a test. That's a privilege of citizenship, amongst other stuff, whatever. Alien has certain rights, you can't deprive them of their life and stuff like that, due process and that type of thing. So, but it's they're not citizens. It's not second class. It's just they didn't go through a naturalization process to agree to defend the Constitution of the United States, the Republic, the flag, not the government. But we're supposed to be skeptical of government power. In any case, I'm talking this because I'm concerned about Will Johnson and those guys across town. So, and pardon me if I do cough, it's going to be getting over a chest cold. So I'll be actingly, or my hesitation, I might cough. I'll try to turn my head, obviously. Actually, yeah, that's a good thing. Can I get a napkin? Can I get a napkin? Wonderful, wonderful food. No, just a. Thanks so much. Highly recommended here. I'm here, Barker. You know, a carnival Barker. Hey, thanks so much. Have a good day.
And they were like,
that's an underappreciated food booth, let me tell you. What time do we have here? Yeah, a lot of eyes on here, but again, Will Johnson's United America feed has the more appropriate information. I don't even know what's going on there. So I was going to make that one too, but I want to make sure I got here on time because this is relevant to cross-pollinating information into the Central California. And, you know, why does this mayor ignore the rule of law so that this community can be peaceful and trafficking humans by the humans that are trafficked on the other side of the community? That's the whole gist of these, you know, a liberal city. It's you know, there's a near riot going on the other side of town at a place because people defended that coffee shop that refused police service. So we have city employees who have refused service in Oakland, and the mayor's running late. So again, look, I waited till I was off property before I'm not here to disrupt. This is a commerce event. I do everything I can to protect and advance free enterprise and commerce reasonably, right? I'm not here to disrupt business. I'm not somebody who bring a drum and blah, 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 let me, you know, ruin your sales. No, I want to increase their sales. But lulling somebody in a false sense of security on the other side of town, Patriots are getting attacked because they support lawful the police. It's just I think Will's feed stopped, so I'm going to I don't know what's going on here. Let me read here. Oh, where's this? This is the Tesmescal Farmers Market. Sorry about that. I'm waiting for Oakland's mayor, and I'm here to promote commerce, but at the same time, if she dodges all public interaction during an appropriate time, a false accusation, essentially false accusation, a lie, that's when I'll interrupt. Holding mainstream media accountable because they act as just press releases, right? I was assaulted at a event. Channel 7 was there, and they didn't cover it. They're like, you know, they didn't care I was assaulted because competition, or you know, they didn't cover the event fairly. I didn't post it because I didn't want to. But in any case, our goal, or my goal, everybody's goal, right, is sharing culture, cross-pollinating. I don't know what a proper term is. I'm off property, so is to cross-pollinating, you know, the culture. It's like, how do we repair the fabric out here that we know works in Central California for the most part, you know? But we have to be cognizant that there are real grievances everywhere, and one of the real grievances here is that the judicial system. There are institutions that absolutely do not function for certain cultures, or that's not because it doesn't function for anybody. It's just people pretend they do. It's just they don't commit as many crimes. So, but at the same time, false accusations are becoming the norm. It seems like, and that's a shame. Meaning that if you embellish a police report, then that is a much, much greater harm than smoking pot in public or whatever, right? Just the fabrication of evidence leads to despotism, totalitarianism, and that's what we're seeing right now. I mean, look at the Mueller investigation, and they could go on forever until somebody trips. Or get this is a good joke. If President Trump said to Mueller during his investigation when he first met him, I saw in our cartoon, "Good morning, Special Counselor Mueller. Oh, you just lied to me. I'm having a bad morning," right? That's essentially what's going on. Or mortgage guy, guys signed a mortgage paper and couldn't support his stated income, stuff like that. Stated mortgages. That's what they're busting people on. People taking shortcuts. But guess what? Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm waiting for the mayor.
Oh.
She's supposed to be here at 11.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. So
Libby?
Libby Shah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
Yeah, so I'm just what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to cross-pollinate with Central California. I live here,
Okay.
and so I'm kind of like satellite correspondent for Frontline America. So we're trying to repair the social fabric. Everybody's so insulated, and they don't want to share ideas. Sorry. Yeah, exactly. Whatever.
Yeah.
But the purpose is still the same. It's like the media here is only interested in entertaining. They're not here in educating, and they have to be irritating.
Yeah.
The President in the Press is a speech by JFK, April 27th, 1961. It details that the press oftentimes has to be irritating. We've lost that thing today. Now, it used to be one human interest story at the very end of an hour-long broadcast.
Yeah.
Now the whole newscasts are human interest stories because people want to be, it's media, not press. See, the press presses upon the people who are accountable or that have power. You want to hold them accountable. The media entertains because you can get higher, TMZ. TMZ has more credibility than mainstream media now. That's so but
good luck.
Well, yeah, I'm here to promote. This is an awesome farmers market. I'm here to promote free enterprise.
Yeah.
And but at the same time, if she only allows herself to be asked questions in public in events like this, if she makes a false accusation or calls somebody racist when there's no evidence of it, I feel it's my responsibility as a journalist, or I call it immersion journalism, to immediately correct them, as opposed to let it be a
soundbite.
Not soundbite, a filibuster. And so, in any case, just trying to, I enjoy decades of what I'm hoping to bring back.
Oh, good.
And where it's a whole, just patriots. And so when they label patriots racist, hey, what's up, Jordan? How's it going, buddy?
What's going on?
When they label patriots racist, that person is the harmful one. So, we're all trying to do the right thing. And thank you for being here.
Oh, yeah.
That food is awesome. I had to land.
Right?
Yeah, I know. So, okay. I'm not here to interrupt anything or, family friendly, all that stuff. I just want to, given the opportunity, I want to be able to ask I want to hold the powerful accountable, and free enterprise is what So, have a good day. Take care.
What's going on, Ty?
Hey, what's up? Hey, Jordan's here. Hey, did you see the Will Johnson feed?
I did. Yeah, I got crazy.
Is he okay?
I didn't know.
Hey there, sir. How you doing? Good seeing you.
Yeah.
I consider everybody my peer, right? So,
what now?
nothing. Just I would sample stuff and spend money. That's what these farmers markets are about. So. Hey, Jordan. Actually, Jordan. Hey, did the mayor say why she's not here? She's supposed to be here at 11.
Who?
The mayor's supposed to be here at 11.
She's here. The mayor's right over there.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Have a good day. Have a good day. Have a good day. Morning. Morning. Now, that could have been a head fake. This is the bad faith stuff, is what, maybe it's just here before I start popping off. But more often than not, I get faced with bad faith misdirection. But I go and vet it out just to say, hey, they think they got a kick out of it. But what I'm illustrating is they're the problem by using bad faith, by using deception, as opposed to, I haven't seen her yet. So, the reason I call myself the reluctant reporter is obviously I'd rather just have this stuff, work fine, just be retired and enjoy stuff. But the responsibility, and when I see people like Ben, the people who are gifted at doing this stuff, I got to do everything I can to support families, posterity, and I started this journey, a decade ago. Actually, a little longer than that. It was the New Year's Eve before 9/11. I was at a Miami music festival and had one heck of a 12 days and avoided potentially just everything went great. So I decided from that point forward, okay, now I've experienced it. Now let me be more civically responsible and figure out how I can help. 9/11 happened, blah, blah, blah. So I was practicing for 9 months before 9/11 happened, and then since then, been looking for opportunities to share the education that most of us probably experienced, a wonderful American heritage. So, yeah, I wish I would pay attention to who told me that. See, now, when somebody says, this is how we learn, is when somebody tells me, oh, she's over there, I'll try to pay attention to who that person is and then go hold him accountable for his deception. You would think if the mayor was here, there'd be a little bit more of excitement, so that was my one clue, but I had to vet it out. Hey, sir? Sir? Your pocket's open on the back. Just. Yeah, no problem. Have a good day. What's funny? He's like, yeah, so I don't care. I have my pocket open. My stuff gets stolen. I get accosted. It's like, oh, that's fine. So, well, maybe she's attending to more important things. Here, let me read the comments. It's not that big. Tiny. But I don't know. True, right? True. I don't know. Some farmers markets are just the length of a half block. This is Temescal. Yeah, it would be. What are they? Well, it's at the DMV here in Oakland. Gosh, let me see what the address is. 2701. Maybe trying. Oh, hey Ben. So far, I got a misdirection from somebody saying that the mayor was somewhere, and again, I'm here to promote farmers markets and free enterprise and commerce. If she only allows herself the dessert, 5300 Claremont Avenue. 5300 Claremont Avenue in Oakland. Wonderful farmers market, highly recommended. Fill up your bags. So, this is Taiho. Here, so whenever I see that, I don't want to misrepresent it. This is Taiho. And I have to do this. Hold on. Type Penpeck, Taiho Decker here. It's so embarrassing. I was standing in the middle. Decker here. So the reason I'm a little bit more broadly framed, I talk in words that might not apply in Central California, is because there are real issues that exist here, but it's not book cover based. It's not based upon pigmentation. It's based upon people who abuse power. In any case, yeah, this is the. If I have the mic active, it's on my backpack. Put a little case on there. Here, while we're waiting, I'm assuming she's probably not going to show or delayed or whatever, which is fine. By me walking and talking, I also get exercise, right? So for me, it's a win-win situation. I get to see wonderful people. Get to see the. Oh, here we go. Well, is she going to be here at 11, or has she been delayed?
She's here. She's making the rounds around.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Oh, wait. Thanks.
Michael.
Hey, Michael, my name's Ty Decker.
I see you.
Yeah, over on the other side of Oakland here.
Cool.
Yep. Oh, thank you. Sorry for the trouble.
Who are you with?
Frontline America. It's a radio program out in Fresno. I'm just a satellite correspondent. I'm producing and editing for them, for some local stuff. But also as a citizen, I'm concerned that she doesn't give enough support to the people that aren't popular in Oakland. For example, police officers. Did you know that there's a coffee shop on the other side of Oakland, over in Fruitvale area, that won't serve our city employees?
Yesterday at the
Awesome work.
right?
Right. I went yesterday to go do the illegal dumping thing. I wanted to participate as a citizen, and so I'm recording it.
From Oakland?
Yes, of course. Why would that matter? It's an illegal dumping thing. I'm for that community. But what happened was, there's guys who there supported domestic terrorism. They support guys wearing masks like KKK, but now it's black. I call it Alt Selma, is what, and so because they think they're morally justified in committing violence, I have to live stream for my own safety, because I'm a patriot. I'm here for e pluribus unum. I'm here for this. I want free enterprise to succeed. But if you're not if you're putting your policemen in harm by tacitly approving refusal of service and discrimination based on city employees based upon the uniform, and that's one of the things, is we've got to quit this hallucination that we have that police are second class citizens.
Has that feeling at all?
Well, it's been in the news. How come she hasn't addressed it? Why isn't she out there protesting the coffee shop refusing service, bringing a lawsuit? It's just, we've got to stop discrimination. We're all working for the same
Have you gone to the coffee shop yet?
They were there today. I was going to. I was running late.
Why don't you take the conversation to the coffee shop directly and ask them and just have
Well,
them
because
sit
she's
down?
not. Why don't we go together? Why don't I invite the mayor together?
Why? Just if you
What do
have
you
a
mean,
question
why?
with the coffee shop, why don't you just
No,
take
no,
it
no.
to them?
I'm here to support what you're doing here. This is great. But at the same time, if she's only making herself available for questions at an event like this, of course I'm going to try to be here and to hold the powerful accountable. We're here for at least I am. I'm here. See, in that part of town, you restrict commerce. You're choking off people's pursuit of happiness. Not you, but y'all being municipal power, right? And so here, they encourage free commerce. And so that's why people pursue happiness here. That's a huge cultural divide. And so what I'm trying to do is, how do I restore commerce on the other side of town? I'm trying to engineer the social fabric back together again by participating in. I've enjoyed what it was supposed to work like. I've enjoyed my rights and stuff, but to tacitly approve, to call people racist for no reason is just horrible. Because
I don't think the mayor's done that.
I don't know if the mayor has or not.
I think she has.
I don't know if she hasn't. If she hasn't actively been proactive in driving Antifa into jails and prosecuting them, then their refused fascism is a complete fraud. It's based upon communism principles, because they fought the Nazis after Hitler stabbed them in the back, after they had a 3-year what do they call it, non-aggression pact, Stalin and Hitler. And because after that, the communists fought Nazis, they considered themselves anti-fascist. No, they're totalitarians. And that's the common ground. That's why they wear the mask. That's why that guy attacked me at the illegal dumping. It's because he, I was fine. We were fine. She'll know. Or who was that? Who was, ma'am? Were you at that event yesterday?
I'm so sorry. Michael, I actually need a train.
Oh, I'm asking you, were you at the event yesterday?
Let her do her work. It's fine.
You identified me. I'm just asking if you. I'm gonna let her do her work. I'm here as a journalist.
Just settle down.
What do you settle down? See, it's your culture. Mine fine. I'm normal. Just because it doesn't.
Trying to set up the stage.
That's
for a second,
fine.
So just hold tight.
No,
You wanna
okay,
ask
but
questions?
don't put your cultural norms on me. This is how I am
I
normally.
just want to check in if you could step aside and talk calmly, just because a lot of the,
I am talking calmly. It's just you're not calmly. It's like I'm from a different culture than you are.
That's not the conversation we're having.
It
I
doesn't
actually
matter
work
what
for
your
Margaret.
culture. I'm here. I'm trying to ask her a specific direct
I'm
question.
here for the farmers, so
right,
this is
cool.
a conversation I'm trying to make sure that the customers are able to get through.
Are they able to get through? Don't be disingenuous with me, dude. I'm here as a journalist.
Dude, you're fine.
All right?
I'm telling you, I'm asking. Look, here, let's have
I'm
a conversation.
Doing, I'm doing everything fine. If we didn't have this,
No, this is fine. This is good.
I'm here to do this. This is what I'm doing. I'm holding the powerful.
Yeah, that's
accountable.
what I'm saying. I'm just asking if we could.
This is exactly what I want to be.
I understand that that's what you want to do. I'm asking about.
I think you're being disingenuous saying that I'm blocking any type of path. I'm doing.
I think you're.
I want them to do what they want to do.
No, I think you're acting like you're being attacked, but you're not.
No.
I'm just asking you to let customers.
I'm not acting. It's your imagination. I am. I'm just saying I'm fine right here. Why don't we just move on? Thank you for your opinion. And
I'm a market manager, and I care about my farmers.
And I do too.
That's what I'm trying to
Right.
make sure that people can have the conversation. That's why I'm just saying this path.
Okay, look it. I know, but you're being disingenuous because there's nobody within even almost yelling distance, and all I'm doing is talking.
That's not the conversation. I'm just saying,
Okay.
people come through. If there's going to be a conversation, this is the area that
All
try
I
to-
would do is be talking to my microphone. That's it.
No, that's that.
If you
You're
moved
100%
on,
welcome.
if you moved on and say, "Hey, I think this guy's a person of good faith," I think we'll be fine. My name's Ty Decker.
Okay, well,
Why
all
don't
I
we give
ask.
you some time to speak with the mayor, and then we can have you move on. Okay?
all
So
I
you
just
come over here,
covered-
talk with the mayor.
Yeah, tell
All right.
Why don't we have you come on?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hi, Mayor. How you doing? Hi. Oops. Tough job you have here. I'm concerned that
Tell me your name.
my name's Ty Decker.
Ty.
Yes,
Decker,
I'm a
Mr. Decker.
resident of Oakland.
Nice to meet
Last time I had been introduced to you was at the event at Lake Merritt when the city employees were striking, or some of them, I believe. Or I'm not sure if it's the city employees. I think it was the city employees. Transit? Or it was over at the Lake Merritt. You had an impromptu. Oh, it was a wildcat strike. You had an impromptu. In any case, hey, your difficult job. We have a business on the other side of Oakland that appears to be in the middle of neighborhoods that have its commerce restricted unnecessarily. You know, we could have free economic zone, whatever. They're not allowed.
exactly is it?
It's the one that discriminates against the city employees that they're wearing certain color badges and.
Oh, are you talking about the coffee shop
Right.
on Fruitvale?
Right.
That,
And so
that has said they will not serve police officers.
I don't know why you wouldn't go there and try to.
I can't imagine I would be welcome there either.
Right. Well, as leadership, I think.
Hasta muerte, that one.
Hasta muerte, yes, good one. Because we have patriots there right now who are trying to show support for our lawful enforcement. I'm center. I'm defending the Constitution, so I support lawful enforcement, but I think we should be skeptical with having a powerful public defender's office. Right now, we don't have a powerful public defender's office. Not only that, it's unconstitutional. It acts to implement plausible deniability. They give the Brandon Woods, they give him the title of attorney of record. Attorney of record.
Okay. Uh-huh.
So, but he never meets any of his defendants. So what they do is, oh yeah, we have specialists who do this and do that. But what if they're never doing? What if they don't do their motions correctly? What if how many trials are there in Oakland compared to San Francisco that has an excellent public defender's office? So those are the type of issues that I'm trying to let them know that it's not the book cover, that it's a failed institution, okay? And you might not be aware of it, and I'm trying to get it away from skin color and book cover is what I call it now, because although Black Lives Matter, will they tell me yellow lives matter? Because I use a rhetorical tool of yellow lives because it's a little bit more ridiculous to say, but that's what they used to call, people of my heritage. Or at least I'm an American, so my mom was Japanese. Now she was American, and so it's difficult to even talk about colors being an American, to tell you the truth. And so when somebody talks about white supremacists, for example, the mayor of San Francisco did before he passed away, rest in peace, Ed Lee. The governor might have and might not have. Well, for sure, our representatives have, especially Nancy Pelosi. They spew hate and they talk about white supremacy. I don't believe whites are supreme. Why would they even mention something like that? So we have to return to supporting commerce in all the different regions and bring hope to areas that don't respect lawful enforcement because they've been. Well, the thing is, they have real experiences of having the institution of the judicial branch completely collapse upon them. There's no representation. There's no. How about this? If somebody has to represent themselves,
1 minute left,
okay.
so-
If somebody has to represent themselves, how come they can't hire a paralegal and legal secretaries paid for by their city? Isn't that crazy?
I'm not familiar with that rule.
No, but it's not a rule. I'm just saying. A person who represents themselves should have access to paralegals and legal secretaries rationally, reasonably. Why wouldn't they?
Because they've chosen to represent themselves, right?
Yeah, but representing themselves, I mean, they still should have access to the legal system.
But don't they usually have that if they choose
No.
public representation?
That's like choosing to walk off a plank off the side of a boat versus getting shot or something.
I think there definitely are some good arguments that the public.
We don't have to solve the problem here.
Is sufficient.
What I'm highlighting to you is the reason that it's not reasonable to blame the higher institutions when our local institutions like the county judicial system is harming the communities and then blaming people of other color, because from their perception, and I can understand why, they're people of color or the Black Lives Matter believe that they aren't treated right in their judicial proceedings.
So one of the things that I look at, I mean,
Okay.
I'm a very logical person.
Seems like you are.
I look a lot at data. And so we certainly see a huge disparity in outcomes based on race.
Right.
And so
Well,
I think we all want to live in a society that we think is fair. And there are a lot of things about society that used to not be fair at all.
Okay.
We both agree on that.
well, I would have to look at your data and see if I could represent it in a more accurate.
No, I'm talking about in the past. Do we agree that there used to be institutions in place like slavery?
Right,
That
but
are
guess
unfair and
it's the
immoral,
state bar.
right?
It's the state bar that prevents the slaves from gaining access to the judicial system after the Civil War.
But so over time, as we've evolved, we haven't changed all the rules and practices and procedures that have sometimes kept certain barriers in place that are creating very disparate impacts. And so, my whole thing is where you see disparity, like it's worth having a conversation and digging deep into why is that disparity there.
Right.
And so, for example, I think we've made a lot of progress in our policing outcomes. We saw a big disparity in, for example, use of force or officer-involved shootings.
Right.
And when you look at the decision-making process, people don't make their best decisions when they're under stress. Nobody
Okay.
does, right?
But-
No human being does.
Okay, here's a good case in
And
point.
so we've-
Can a police officer shoot somebody out of fear and be
Becker, I think we
hold
do
on.
need to move
Can a
on.
police real quick? When a police officer shoots somebody out of fear, but a citizen has to go through a rational thought process and algorithm before he can shoot somebody?
So our
That's a simple-
response has been to try and reduce that level of fear, to try and create situations.
But you ignored the question. It's a specific question. Can a police officer, out of fear, reasonable fear, shoot somebody, execute them?
So I'm enough of a lawyer to know that I can't make legal conclusions when that's not my legal area of
It's called an
expertise.
opinion, and you're a politician.
we got that.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you making yourself available. How can we increase these number of encounters?
Well, I always want to have good, thoughtful conversations, which I think often happen person to person as opposed to on Twitter.
Sure, of course.
Or in TV press releases. So I appreciate you coming out today.
And I appreciate you doing the best you can. My
talking
point
to
is the
your-
framing.
Yeah.
President Obama recommended a book, Thinking Fast and Slow. And
Yeah, I know about that stuff.
Okay, but it's about framing, and my concern is what you see is what you know, and you might. I'm an engineer by trade, and
Becker, I'm sorry.
I'm an engineer by trade, and what I'm trained to do is try to include as many perspectives as I can imagine.
I appreciate that, and I appreciate you coming in.
And
talking
I
to me today.
appreciate you having a civil conversation, and we're here about the right thing. There was an event at the coffee shop today, though. You'll probably be briefed about it.
All right.
And we're trying to do the right thing. Thank you for being here. Sorry for. Thank you, by the way. I appreciate it. Yeah. Have a good day. Yep. So let's see now. So I wasn't paying attention to the framing of the screen. I'm reading the comments right now. It's delayed by 20 seconds. Let me try to put up the. So I'm making comment. Let me see here. Okay, I'm making a comment right now. This never works. So in any case, I'm trying to let you know that there's a significant delay that prevents our productive communication. She's going to get 3. So, you know, let's see if anybody's. What I'm going to do is, okay, so now I double back after making a reasonable attempt to walk away and find out if there's lines of people waiting to talk to her. And there are. Cool. So that was nice. I was the first person. We're at the back. If you can, I see comments coming up there at the back. Jordan's here. Head on a swivel. Well, this is Temescal. This is a great neighborhood. So, on the way to Rockridge, so I'm more concerned about the other folks here. Again, this isn't Ben. He's on his. Did you know his anniversary?
Thanks for earlier. I
Oh,
don't want there to be a misunderstanding.
It wasn't. I just want to let you know that we've been trying to restore civil rights and civil liberties for quite some time. And so sometimes I might be more experienced than you are. And at the same time, I want you to know that I'm here for you guys.
Yeah.
I want to promote commerce. I just don't know how to get commerce on the other side of the city.
Because I was just trying to get the path clear. I mean, honestly, anybody
I'm
that
here
kind of
for
backs
that.
up. I just
If you listen to the live stream later, you'll let you know that I'm not here to interrupt your commerce. I'm here to promote it.
I understand.
I just thought that was disingenuous. And
no, I just didn't want you to think I was just directing that towards you. Anytime there's like people trying to get people to sign up for anything, it's just, I have the same conversation with them to try to clear them out. Like this gentleman that's over here blocking, I'm gonna make sure he stays on the grass type of thing. So I just don't want you to think it was a
you might
personal...
want to rationalize it, but when you get a little bit older, hopefully you'll remember those conversations and said, yeah, maybe I did have...
I think you're interpreting a slight that is not there, and I want you to understand there's no...
Possibly.
I don't know who you are, and I don't know what...
I've seen the technique of plausible deniability, and this is indistinguishable from it, but you might be a good faith.
I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are or what you represent. That's honestly...
I'm a member of the press, and I'm here trying to hold the powerful accountable, and we could have had that conversation, but because they were disingenuous and blocking the way, whatever, and people told me...
That's a conversation we had with them earlier, even if they're talking to someone, whoever it may be, if they have a conversation just on the grass.
Right. And be careful when you hear a volume, what I call it cadence, tone, and intonation, or a cadence, whatever, in any case, whatever the music words are for it, that because you're not familiar with it, doesn't mean that it's that person, I might be sweating, I might be talking loud, but I might be normal. That's the variation of human existence.
No, that's.
I'm hyperhidrosis. I'm telling you, that's the truth.
No, that's what I'm saying.
People say, "Dude, you look like you're on meth." I'm like, well,
no. It has nothing to do. Just honestly, we manage a lot in this market.
I understood.
So there's always a lot of personalities, a lot to deal with, and I just wanted to have that conversation. I wanted it to be clear that it isn't anything personal or on you. I want there to be dialogue, and I think that's the most important thing
did I restrict that? And didn't I?
No,
that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
And
I appreciate we having. I just don't want you to think it was a personal slight.
And if I step over that line, make sure you immediately tap me on the shoulder or stop me, because I don't want to interfere with commerce and enterprise.
I'm glad we had that conversation.
Cool. I'm promoting the booths that I like before and all this stuff. I had my conversation with her, and there might be other people who might be interested in talking with her. And I'm trying to get people to come visit from Central California. That's why
which is, huge. If you're in Central Valley,
well, I live in
Oakland.
Yeah. Okay, but the audience is in Central. I'm trying to cross-pollinate.
Yeah.
And so, I'm advertising the benefits and wonderful of this neighborhood.
It's huge to cross-pollinate and get those,
And I use that because of
healthy debate,
because of the farmers market.
Yeah.
I use rhetorical tools, and sometimes I might misuse them, or we might miscommunicate. But
there's no perfect.
Well, we try exactly.
Yeah.
As long as we do things in good faith.
Yeah.
And this is a private This is commerce.
Yeah.
This is stuff that. This is what America's about.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of great farmers. So if you have any questions or want anyone to direct you, talk to them about anything.
I'll ask the audience here if they do. So thank you for taking the time, sir. Yeah, take care now. Yeah. Oh, here's the information booth. The Urban Village Farmers. What's the UVFM.org?
Yeah. It's Urban Village is the organization.
Cool. Do you have a business card or anything like that? How much for a hat?
They're 20.
Cool. I'll buy a hat then. Yes, I am. Oh, here, I'll show you the hat.
I assume to generate.
Yeah. I'm uncomfortable with it too, but it's a responsibility, I think, of breaking us. I'm an old guy, not good looking. We have a media guy who's good looking. He's good at what he does. I call myself the reluctant reporter because I was like, I don't want to do this, but I don't know. I want to engineer a social fabric again, and by sometimes it's encumbering if it's a negative thing. If it's weaving, I consider myself a needle and a thread trying to weave together. I'll use as many rhetorical tools as I can to try to break that hypnosis.
That framework in people's minds.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's some people can do that by recommending a book. Like Scott Adams has a book called something God's Debris, and what it does is it challenges everybody's perception of what God and religion. So basically, all it is just a whiteboard. It's God's Debris. God's Debris, and he recommends it, but he doesn't tell you straight out. But then what he does is a series of. I recommend his blogs because he.
What was his name? I'm sorry.
Scott Adams, the guy who does Dilbert.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So he might come across as negative, but only because everybody is maligning him. But all he's trying to do is introduce us to persuasion and influence and how people are hypnotized or emotionally engineered, and hopefully by him educate. It's like it's past doctoral level education, and so I'm trying to leverage that into restoring good faith in Oakland. And right now we have a city of bad faith. Various elements, and so somebody has to put themselves at risk.
That level of discomfort, or that growth, or that change that comes through discomfort, or kind of going into the unknown, or that.
Listening to the DNC leadership, for example, and saying that we're racist or white supremacists when it has nothing to do with that. The KKK was led by. This is the thing is, there's got to be a whole nother party. There's the Democrat. I'm not talking about the JFK Democrat. Okay, I use two touchstones of his. I use the inaugural address and the president and the press. 1961, April 27th. I keep putting in for meaning that the press has to be irritating because that's what teaching is oftentimes. Sometimes it's just, we don't want to do homework and stuff like that, right? Yeah. But now, what used to be, when I was growing up, there used to be one human interest story per hour of news. Now, I don't think that there's anything but human interest stories. And it's all emotional engineering. It's meant to create mobs. And once they create that mob, we become Pyongyang. We become these cheerleaders dressed in, the Handmaid's Tale is a good example of that. The exact same things happen in North Korea. And why were those ladies in North Korea given all that positive press? They give a wonderful daughter of a president negative press and malign all her children, and then for some reason say that this dictator's cheerleading squad is something we should aspire to. So it's not done by accident, is my point.
I mean, the thing is the entire population on either end. I try to either end we get caught up in watching as opposed to listening.
But let me see if it fits. I got a big doodle, so let me buy this real quick.
Adjustable things here too.
Yeah, I have a lot of those other ones. I used to play a lot of volleyball, but that doesn't help.
Volleyball?
You can set it.
I used to, obviously time passes, but beach and grass. So if it doesn't fit,
give it a try.
Well, let me wipe my brow with a napkin first, and then. Thanks. Here, so I was going to show them. That's funny. I was going to show them what my rig looks like. So I have. Hold on, 1559. Hey, Ben? The criminal alien. Yeah, I guess I got caught up in the coffee shop thing. All right. That's okay. Okay, so let me focus it back on the illegal alien thing. Good job. Okay.
You can go clear some people.
Yeah. You know what I do? I have to wear a bump cap, a protective cap. So actually, you know what? Because of that, I'm going to get the other one because I'm not going to be able to put that inside there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So. Yeah, isn't that weird that we got? I mean, I've got my eye socket crashed and trying to out that those guys wearing the black mask are domestic terrorists, and they're not. How did the media portray them as good guys? Like KKK by just a different outfit, and It was insane. So that's what we. Yeah. Hello, it's Ty. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I forgot I was live streaming. Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead. I can talk to you. Hold on. Sorry about that. I was trying to make nice to the. Okay, I can hear you. It's going to be delayed by 20 seconds, though. I got a specific question. Sorry. On assignment now. I'll wait. Hey Ben, I got you on speaker phone right now. Just wait for bring you lunch. I can hear you. Let me take you off Bluetooth. 1 second. Are you there? Are you there? Yeah. I got you on speaker now. Hold on.
She undermines the federal government and immigration. She should be in prison. Why does she disagree? So if you have another opportunity to question her.
Yeah. Okay. Oh shit! I got so distracted because I was worried about Will Johnson. I forgot about that. Yeah. Okay, I'm right here. I'll. I'm live streaming. Okay. So. Yeah, basically, I have you on speakerphone here if you want to. So I completely got sidetracked on the illegal alien thing, and just wanted to apologize to your audience here.
No worries. Hey guys, so thank you for all your anniversary wishes. I'm out here at the beach, but that's my big question for her is she aided and abetting criminal aliens. 800 of them escaped ICE deportation.
Right.
She should be held accountable.
Thank you for reminding me on that, Ben.
She should be in jail for treason.
Right. Let me follow up on that. All right. I am. I'm actually here right now. I'll wait my turn. All right, cool. Bye. Oh. Oh, cool. We got thank yous from the cops over at Will Johnson's event.
I don't know.
There are a lot of people now.
Hey, Ben. Okay, you want to just stay on right now? Because well, I got you on speaker. Well, let's do sound tests. Let's do sound tests. Can the audience hear you, Ben? Ben, say stuff.
Test. Can you hear me, audience? On Facebook, Patriots, Frontline America Patriots. Testing.
Oh, yeah, well, it takes 20 seconds.
Yeah, I know. Hey, but if you wanted me to bring me live on the broadcast, can you pull me up?
Yeah, thumbs up, yes. Cool, we got thumbs up and yeses.
Okay.
So,
let me try and bring me up on the broadcast.
Okay, we'll do.
Okay, I'm gonna go on there real quick. I only have like a minute, or else my wife's gonna leave me.
Guest requests, guest reviewers request to join you. All right, so join your broadcast.
Okay, so they come back. I'm gonna
Okay, join. Yeah, yeah. All right, cool.
So you come out to this farmer's market often? See, that's something that we've been...
All right, cool. We got Ben. We're going to try to do, I haven't done this before, but where they do the dual dual Facebook Lives. So he's going to join us.
And before we did the Grand Lake Farmers Market, and now we're here. So
yeah, you might want to move.
Sorry about that.
For folks.
My bad.
Yeah. But also everyone wants to have their concession.
Okay, I tried to get Ben to join.
Also, Bonnie, so I'll let you know once we try this.
Guest request. Allow your guest to request to join. So, Ben, give me a request to join. Wants to be in your video. All right. Approved.
So is there a line then?
Yeah. Hi, guy. Sorry about that. Hey, security.
Yo, what's up, guys?
No, I just want to make sure that I'm not stepping on your. I don't want to invade your space.
I'm gonna put it on. What's up, Patriots? Can you hear me, Ty?
Well, I'm not going to. I appreciate your input.
All right, guys. I'm just here with.
My name's Ty Decker. So I have Ben Burkham. He's joining us live.
My beautiful wife.
We'll wait.
So my question for Libby Schaff is a simple one. She aided and abetted
She just showed up,
aliens.
so-
How is that not treason?
Hold on. She was just behind me in line.
We have a list of names that people have signed up.
Since when?
You were the very first.
I understood, but she showed up after I did.
That's my simple question. She aided
All right.
and abetted criminal aliens. Why?
They're
Why is she not in
inventing
prison?
things right now.
Here.
So here we have, people, citizens giving input. I know you only have a short amount of time, Ben, but I'll do my best. I just don't know if it's going to happen. But these guys are inventing stuff. You know how they do it. It's just disingenuous deception. There's no rules listed. It's just ruling by fiat. I don't know why you guys wouldn't make rules. It's just say, hey, these are the rules. Sign up. Once you have your question, you get back in line. It shouldn't be that once you ask a question, you can't ask another question. That's not how free speech works.
So the way it works here is when she sits down, she takes people for 3 minutes.
Right.
People are setting up in line. Sam's been working a list here for folks.
All right.
And you already had your 3 minutes allotted.
Could I get?
Well, I'm sorry. I'm just going to do an exit survey with this guy. He just talked to her.
It's okay. Questions. I wasn't giving an exit
survey. So Ty.
I'm just like,
Ty, quick question. She aided and abetted criminal aliens. How is that not treason?
Hey,
that's it.
Hey,
she aided and abetted criminal aliens. How is that
Ben,
not treason?
can you repeat your question?
Yeah, Libby Schaff aided and abetted criminal aliens. How is that not treason? She allowed 800 criminal aliens that should have been deported to escape ICE. That is treason by the definition of the word.
It's 800 votes, man.
Yeah, I know. That's all it is. It's 800. It's 800
right, cool.
Democrat votes.
Yeah, he'll
Hey, is Jeff with you?
Thanks,
Jeff. Okay,
yeah.
you guys go ahead and do it without me. I'm gonna enjoy my family. I just want that question asked. Jeff, you there?
Oh, we got Jordan here. Finally, we found some. Hey there, guys. So, phew. So, why would somebody giving you a heads up?
Hear that?
Yeah. Very good. We encourage it is what I thought was the last thing.
What's up, guys? What's up, Eddie? What's up, Jana?
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know this guy's just playing.
Devil's advocate.
What's up,
I don't
Victor?
know what he's playing.
Hey, Jeff, can you hear me? Ty, can you hear me? Ty.
Hi there. Hey, can you get back in line? Yeah. What's up? What's up, Ben?
Hey, I was just seeing if you guys can hear me. So if Jeff wants to ask it, or anyone else wants to ask it,
Do you have a list?
I want somebody to ask that question.
It'll be about a 15-minute wait.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna let you go, bro. I gotta get back.
All right,
to my
cool.
family.
All right.
Don't let her off
We'll keep
on
on
this
this. Just thank your audience for bearing with.
Yeah. Hey guys, love you.
I'm
guys.
a rookie.
Rochelle, no, you're doing great, Ty. You come at it. So just so everybody knows, Ty comes at this from a different angle, and I like that. you know, I like Ty being on there because he approaches things differently. So I appreciate everything you do, Ty. Keep it up, brother. But that's the question I want to ask, whether it's you or Jeff or Will should be there any second. That's the question they need to ask. Why is she above the law? The definition of treason means aiding, or it includes aiding and abetting your enemies of the state. Why is that? Is what she did not treason?
I ran up in De Leon's office the other day and told him the same shit.
Okay.
All right, brother.
Hey, happy anniversary, Ben. Thank you.
All right, brother. Keep it up. Keep it up. Don't let her off easy. Don't let her off easy, bro. I love you guys.
Hey,
Okay.
we got. All right, cool.
See you, Jeff. What's up, Jeff?
All right. He said, "See you, Jeff. What's up?"
All right, we'll see you guys.
What's going on, Ben? How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'll put your...
Love you, brother. Hey, don't let her off, brother.
Hey, Ben.
Hey,
I love the
simple
hat,
question.
big guy.
Simple. Hey, rocking it at the beach,
Happy
man.
anniversary,
you rock it
dude.
everywhere. Stand up for America
That's
everywhere.
right. You see
Trump
the
is
jacket?
your
You see
president.
the jacket.
I love it, bro. I love it. I got my baby carrier. I got my Vote Them Out T-shirt. I'm on the beach with my Trump hat. Trump is your president.
This is the young man.
I gotta go catch up. I gotta go catch up with my wife, man, or else she's gonna leave me. No, she won't.
Yeah.
She won't. She's stuck with me for 13 years, so.
Yeah.
But I love you guys. Keep it up. Don't
All
let
right.
her off easy.
All right.
I'll talk to you
See
later.
ya. You want to keep. All right. See
thing,
ya.
man.
See ya. Okay, I'm going back to. Anybody okay? Or?
Jumped out of cars, guns, all kinds of shit, cops, here from the coffee shop, and they jumped out with bats.
I brought that up. Yeah.
No, I'm just letting you know.
Oh, that cannot be the first you're hearing it, because you.
I was just wondering if you know.
Because you just got off the phone. You know what I don't like is people are just dishonest. You just got off the phone saying yes, they're here now, meaning that you knew that other people were on their way.
All
right, whatever.
I'm gonna be able to ask questions.
My name's Justin. Do you have?
I appreciate that. Well, not Antifa, just broadly that there was any confrontation at the coffee shop. You hadn't heard anything
You
that.
have a right to say thank you to everybody.
Because like it was crazy, dude. They jumped out. They ran out of. It was like jumped out of cars, no vans or bats. Because we were in front of the Luerte Coffee, heading up for Blue Lives, and they jumped out like mace, bats, stun guns.
That sounds good. Did anybody get hurt?
We had a couple people on our side that were maced. We had 2 people from our side that were arrested. I know that they had somebody that was arrested for assaulting Will Johnson. They tried stealing his camera from him. They ripped our flags out of our hands. I mean, it was violent. It was full-on violent.
So I take it it's all filmed and documented.
Yeah. But I mean, what do you do? I mean, cops aren't gonna do anything. You know, you can show them a video of a guy jumping out of a car.
This is the first you've heard of that?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What were you referencing when they're here now? I'm assuming that other people. So I can apologize because I'm assuming now I'm wrong. I just want to vet that I am, so I can apologize to you.
Your assumptions are correct.
All right.
And that was a personal phone call that I took.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right.
I apologize for for jumping to conclusions.
No way,
All right.
But like, I'm an activist.
I don't know.
I'm not trying to be aggressive, but I also feel like when I can't even speak, I'm being threatened to have my life taken.
If you want to sign up to ask a question, I think that there's a sign up there. I think they're inventing one on the fly. I don't know, but just to let you know, they might use that as an excuse. Hey, Joy. Good seeing you.
Yeah. Sign up, and you get 3 minutes when you're done.
I'm so sorry. There I am doing what I said I wasn't going to do. Have a good day. You want me to help you over this? Watch your... Hey, guys. Want me to help you over this? All right. Have a good day.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
She had a hard time getting over this curb right here, so... Just... Whatever. What's up, guys? Thanks for being here. You can ask her a 3-minute session if you want.
I'm good.
All right. Yeah, we got it. I think we got it. Jeff said he's got it covered.
The voice of
If I want to discriminate against a political party, that's against the law. If I want to discriminate against, I mean, we're talking about, it's a political statement that's being made, and I understand that, but they're also sending a message, a specific message, that they don't support blue lives, they don't support cops, and then there's this list behind them that says they don't support fascists, Nazis, xenophobes, Islamophobes, you know, anything that's basically...
But yeah, why are they allowed to just spew racist epithets and other people aren't? Like, the city would go down if they used other types of words, that, you know, two-syllable words that might start with an N, for example, but they're able to accuse other people of similar type of epithets.
I mean, Nazis killed millions and millions of people.
Yeah.
You know, calling someone that is basically calling me a mass murderer. Or, I mean, and I'm not even violent. I mean, I might get loud, but it's like, it's so...
Well, it's just racist is what it is. It's just
and
racist.
They stand there and they're calling Will Johnson a Nazi.
Right.
We're talking about a half-black...
Well, it's just...
And they're calling him a freaking Nazi.
If the mayor could take leadership and in stopping the insurrection that we know that's going on today, and that's essentially what it is, by legal definition, avoiding all the different laws because it makes people feel better. That's what mob violence, this is what we are creating, that fire in a theater and then yelling about it after the fact. I mean, after the like Antifa more likely. Listen now, let me put this: the ghost ship fire was more likely than not a terrorist event because there was a commerce event going there. It was lit up on the back wall. If you read but nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to link Antifa with potentially doing Santa Rosa and doing Southern California because we know that we have a video of Antifa guy doing one of the high-rise fires, the construction fires.
What about Austin? All the bombings going on in Austin?
Yeah.
It's terrorism.
If we can't talk the truth, we're not going to be able to solve the problems, and protecting people's feelings is not going to help. We need leadership. She might be the right person to do it, but if she's...
I just want to know if she stands for American citizens or illegal citizens.
Yeah, that's number one thing.
I don't consider someone an undocumented if they've already...
The legal term is she's an attorney, is alien. By referencing anything else is obfuscation. She knows it. She's an attorney, and now that I didn't even know that she was an attorney, but by her using other terms besides legal terms, all she's trying to do is persuade and aid to the insurrection, aid to the hate, as opposed to let's saying, okay, we have a president here who is probably the best possible person to reach middle ground on the situation of trafficking humans that we allowed happen in the United States for the last 30 years. It's all of our fault, right? But we have to be able to say at some point, there's got to be a rule. Like, for example, I would recommend printing some rules. Think about it. And
Hi. Did you want to talk to them? There's a sign-up sheet with Sam over there. You just let Sam know what you want to talk about. I love the hair.
And putting a rules together, storyboard. This is how our process works. Because I think you invented it on the fly. But as an engineer, I want to process. I want you to say, hey, no, you had your time, blah, blah, blah. You shouldn't restrict.
So here's how it works.
All right.
We've done about 12 of these throughout the city. We do about 3 minutes each. And I think because you came early and they weren't really set up and prepared, and when you had your time, so you didn't get your exit survey. So Sam asked some preliminary questions. Where are you from? What are your issues? What do you want to ask them about? They want to give you an exit survey, which is around, did you feel like you got your answer? Did you get your question answered? And then what followed in the mayor's office?
So their process was, I just showed up early, so I didn't see that process.
Yeah, so most of the time, because people are from Oakland and they're asking about Oakland specific things, like, why is there so much trash in my neighborhood? Or what about that homeless encampment on the corner of 6th and 24th?
All the same question.
So when the exit survey is, that's how the city follows up with folks, residents of our city. So since you're not from Oakland, but you have the absolute right.
Well, the aliens coming through Oakland and getting freedom are coming to Sac. That's my problem. It's not just an Oakland issue. When they come here, she warns them. They don't just go hide in the next apartment. They flee to another city. They don't just chill. So my argument, they're going to Sac. They're going to Santa Rosa. They go to Vegas. They go to all these other liberal sanctuaries that are nearby. And then they're allowed to go on and continue to
Well, why don't we host a Patriots Day in Oakland? Why don't we invite people who like America? Flag, I know. Well,
all ideas,
Well, I went to the Democratic National Headquarters this last month. They don't even fly an American flag. Not even an American flag on the front of their building.
Yeah.
And you're like...
You have to have courage to fly an American flag in Oakland.
Yeah, it just shows you. It's like... Yeah, see, here's our gentleman that was attacked earlier. She was attacked as well.
You okay, Lynn?
The gentleman with the helmet was attacked.
Hey, what up? Good seeing you, bud. Hey, you okay?
Yeah, we're good.
Hey, what's up? How you doing, Will? Man, pins and needles for a while there, but it's so distracted I forgot what questions I was going to ask when I was up here. I'm glad you're okay. So, we got this lady here doing some type of... Wait, would you like to talk to us, ma'am? Ma'am. Hey, ma'am, my name's Ty Decker. I saw that you had some interest in us here. Or at least me. Ma'am, I'd like to introduce myself to you. Why the surreptitious... Pardon me. Ma'am, my name's Ty Decker. Hi there. Ty Decker. Oh. I just wondering if there's any questions that you might have. You just, you might have had some curiosity. All right.
No, I just figured you guys aren't from here. I was Snapchatting my son about what was
Okay, cool. I'm from Oakland. All right. But, you understand that people come visit from out of town to Oakland, right? That's, All right, so... Well...
Satisfied at the end because time's up. This is a bigger conversation.
I know.
That lasts way longer.
I know.
So, I think everyone's keeping respectful.
Well, I don't think yelling is me yelling is going to get anything accomplished. I would rather deliver my message in a calm, concise way because I think it'll be received better that way to show her that we're not all angry. We're angry, but we're not all angry. You know what I'm saying? Because I am living.
Like an idea, try and bring back patriotism.
She's a public official. I don't like
unity amongst our people.
If you want, you can sign up and have a 3-minute session with her.
I think, there is a divide in
Not bad. Have a good day. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Good seeing you. Hey, Jake.
Yeah. Tell him. He's good.
How you doing? Thanks again.
All right.
He has a message to deliver.
Oh, yeah.
So he wants
We're just doing one at a time, right? So when Jeffrey comes in...
I'm not... Oh, well, I want to be able to... I'm just going to be able to record it, that's all.
Well, from this distance, right?
Sure. You want to hang it? I'll hand it to you if you want.
Can I record the interaction?
Do you want to?
Would I be able to? I would love to.
Good to see you, Tom.
Hey, good to see you, Jake. So, just disingenuous, right? But thank goodness. Just arbitrary rules.
So we have a Christmas
My daughter's hair blue eyes too. She's got the small percentage there. My daughter's like that 1%. The ginger blue eyes.
Sorry about that. I'm just trying to not do this.
Like
now and then.
Much better.
A lot of time left-handed.
Thank you, sir. Hello there, Captain. How's your day?
Motivation to ask questions. Why the pursuit of gain? Why do
He was talking about
but I know that this is a very
I respect Obama. Like I said, I get in a call, and I'm a communications major. Debate is I get off on it. So when I run into people like that, let's back up.
I'm just trying to record it. Dude, I'm in the spoilers. I'm doing whatever I can to be accommodating to these fictitious rules that we're
Because you're on the wrong side, you're holding your leg.
The other thing I don't know if we did it.
Bummer. I gotta redo it now.
Food. Sharing.
Sorry, I got to do things two-handed here. Just trying to verify that it's recording. 1 second. Sorry. I don't know how Ben does this so gracefully every single time. Yeah. So, I just verified that. Whatever. So I'm an engineer. I got to. So what I do is I verify everything and I make sure that it's. Whatever.
See, that's what mine was.
You know what? Nobody likes my Instagram.
No? What did they
No,
call it?
they call the footprint big.
I know that the large crowds would stay here, but incidentally, I think like I said, it's just suggesting the situation.
Yeah, this gentleman will take your name and call you.
My concentration is on the safety, make sure that people aren't coming up in the behind. It looks like everything's okay. Sorry about that.
Guys, clear the path, please. Clear the path.
So I just want to let you know, arbitrary increases, like they're not clearing the path of the people who are blocking the path. It's only people who they don't agree with.
We need some space here. The guys are telling us.
All right, dude, let me create a whole nother.
No. I don't want you to go back in the bush.
Okay, look, created space. So what I do is I'm just letting you know that this arbitrary and capricious business is ridiculous. Yeah.
But it just requires that they so these are things that are not clear. Oh yeah, but are kind of lining up against lightning stuff. So yeah, no, thank you, and thank you for carrying it behind us. Thank you for. I just want to know the truth behind everything.
He's a Democrat. I'm just saying.
Sure. So I encourage you to continue digging in and finding the truth and looking at data and starting
Hitler was a socialist.
what part about and then if you could just get a survey, we ask it of every person with Sam. We're going to have to move you back because we're like now folks so much water.
I'm being respectful.
Yeah, hi. Thank you so much.
Thank
Hi,
you.
I'm Dan.
Hi, Dan.
Was going to be Jeffrey, right?
I understand. First of all, if you tell me something and you're normal.
See, hold on. Who are the sidewalk Nazis? All of a sudden, right? Give me a break. They just had the sidewalk blocked by people, right, signing up for the booth. But that wasn't important, right? It's only people who they don't agree with. It's truly the basis of arbitrary capricious. I don't want to. He's having his own private moment. No, I'm sorry. He's having his own private moment. I'm not trying to invade his little time. Thank you, sir.
So you might have to hold it.
Yeah, I'm not here to, right? So this guy's doing his own little thing and whatever. I'm not here to, we're not here to be uncivil. I just understand you have a difficult position. I'm just doing my job to do what I can do too. So as long as it's reasonable, I'll accommodate you. Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
I've seen you before.
I'm here to try to repair the fabric, not keep it ripped. People are just keep shredding it, and we got to.
I don't want us to be too loud that they can't have.
Yeah, of course, no. Perfect look, Bill. What's up, guys?
I'm not live yet.
Okay, cool.
So were you
Getting better? No, I was going to, but I lost a glove. Let's go backtrack.
So that was planned.
Well, no, it's not a protest. We were supporting law enforcement. So it's like, so the thing is we don't.
I'm just wondering how other people found out about it and decided to attack you guys.
They do whatever. You bring an American flag. Yeah, whenever you bring an American flag.
Out there and
they started making phone calls. We were completely peaceful. We were just protesting. We were going to leave about 20 minutes from there. Then they showed up. Then they started attacking us, hitting me in the head. I mean, it's crazy.
They tried to steal us. Are they assaulting him?
Did you get any? Did you go to the hospital or get any?
No. The dude had a bat. We were completely peaceful. People coming and going. We weren't stopping anybody from.
At that event that she referenced earlier, the illegal dumping committee that I went and live streamed, because I just went there. Hey, I didn't agree with going to a politician's home, so I was wondering if I was skeptical. So I was wondering if they were going to be able to convince me if this is something we should go to a politician's home as opposed to why aren't we doing this during business hours, blah blah blah, right? And so so I went there, and some guy who I said this who supports Antifa tried to out me and say I'm alt-right and do all this other stuff. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm not sure because I think I'm after them.
I know Jeffrey's the way.
So I'm just fine. That's fine. I can wait.
I would intersperse them if I were you.
That's fine.
If you want,
she can go next. That's fine. Cool.
Well,
absolutely.
Dude, you said Jeff was next. It's like, come on, just be consistent. This is what.
It's not a perfect.
I know. Thank you. All right, we have at least 3 minutes, so I'm going to do a walk around, see how people are digesting this. Is that okay? I'll wait 20 seconds to get why don't we do some other thing besides thumbs up? So here, Libby's right behind me. I'm not the... Selfie sticks look a lot better. No wonder they use them. Here I am.
Socialism. Giving. I'm offering.
All right, so she's right behind me. I'm not trying to interrupt any specific conversation. But now what they're doing is they're putting people, out of order. And it's just this is the type of stuff that we don't want, right? We want just rules. All right, cool. Thank you. Linda, I just saw he went live.
You can purple dinosaur? Yeah, or dinosaur.
All right, I'm going to, we got that covered. Civil conversation. How you doing? My name's Ty. Appreciate you guys communicating. Appreciate it.
I don't have like I kind of feel like everybody has to corrupt every president, right? So I don't look at it that way. So I'm always curious, like,
sorry about
where this like sort of almost like some I see some people to like vote them out, or people like vote them out. So I'm kind of like, well, but I've seen some incredibly good Republicans who have great ideas, and I've seen some incredibly great Democrats who have good ideas. But we've become so tribal that it's like I can't. If you vote Democrat here, then you can't vote Republican here, and if you vote Republican here, you can't vote Democrat there. And that's I really just
I don't do that. You want a marketplace of ideas.
There's a and I forget his name. There's a Republican from Kentucky who
Rand Paul.
No, it's not Rand.
The other one's McConnell.
But I mean the way I hear him speak and his ideas, I'm like down with that. And it's just like I wonder at what point do we vote for ideas and not for a Democrat?
Right.
I vote for ideas.
Right. That's what we want is the marketplace of ideas to be able to debate without being called Nazis and white supremacy, stuff that shuts down the debate and creates danger. You call somebody a Nazi, you want them killed or harmed in some way.
Or just like you don't know anybody.
Try it.
When you look at
put on a Trump hat and go to Berkeley, and you'll understand what it's like, what Selma was like in the '60s.
Actually, I would disagree with
Right,
that, sir.
you wouldn't do it, right? Because
I was just assaulted this morning.
but that's how the people in Selma felt.
Yeah.
Based on looks alone. Well, it's just yeah.
These guys came out with bats.
No, you already did, but I was distracted. I did, but I was distracted by the coffee shop thing because I was worried about your safety, and so I brought up that as my top concern. And then we're queued up to do the illegal immigration with Chip. So luckily we didn't have a fallback plan, but we invented one.
I consider myself.
And I have a microphone. You can take that on or off, but I'll have to stop the recording if you want. Yeah, I got distracted. I got more. Mine was more focused on her responsibility for civil liberties.
Here,
and to
this guy's obviously not a white
How I said it was,
I was calling
your job is to support city employees regardless of the.
I get that.
Hold on, here we go.
Question. I don't mean to interrupt, because I just want.
I was having a side conversation. Hello, sir.
I was really curious about because in business school we studied Trump, and he's an awesome marketer. I mean, the stories that guy.
He tells you what those stories are, right?
As a person, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say, "Hey, son, I want you to be like this man." Yeah. You know, but at the same time, like I think he's incredibly smart in terms of how he's been able to manipulate people to vote for him. But my question is this:
persuade or manipulate?
Well, a little bit of both. That will get into semantics because I think we probably mean the same thing, but we're using different words. So I won't.
Well, one of them's more pejorative than the other, but I understand what you're saying.
Perfectly fine, and I'll defer to you.
Thank you.
What I will say is, when was America bad?
When was America bad?
Yeah.
It hasn't been. It's
never been bad?
Well, what do you mean bad?
It has been bad.
No, because it depends. See, this is the narrow versus broad framing, so I need to be curious as to what your perspective as far as bad. Nearly any second of any day, there's some crime happening somewhere in America. So does that mean America is bad, or that throughout our history we've sacrificed more lives, more treasure to free other people of other nations than any other nation in the history of the world?
You in the military?
No.
You have family in the military?
Yes, I do. But this is why I'm doing this, because this is what I'm serving my country.
Have you been?
No, wait a minute. Why are you deflecting? I'm telling you a fact. The United States of America's heritage, the United States of American heritage, it was invented to make people free, to eliminate slavery. The last grievance that didn't make it to the Declaration of Independence was the slavery grievance.
So let me ask you a question. If you had to assume, if I had identified with a party, what party would you assume I identified with?
Independent?
Yeah, I was going to say independent.
Independent. From what I've heard, it's like, you seem reasonable, that's why.
So
what party would you think, but based upon my short interaction, what party would you think I'd identify
I don't
with?
know, actually.
All right, well, if you had to choose amongst the 5 or 6.
I probably would say independent too.
Thank you.
Yeah, listening to you, I wasn't quite sure.
I'm an e pluribus unum.
Parties are kind of. I'm just curious because I see what's going on. I'm a business owner now. I'm in project management, so I work with in technology and healthcare and all that. But I was a teacher for 6 years, and so seeing what's happening in Florida and with the kids now, I'm really interested in the perspective of adults because I feel like in 8 years, everything we're saying here isn't going to matter because we have a very low voting population. And when those kids come to vote, then I think things will change. So I'm curious.
But changed on that they think socialism is the right way to go? Like more government?
I don't know what they think, but I see apathy. So I haven't asked any of them to see like what's in their mind, but what I see is people aren't happy with the status quo. And I think the status quo, not the status quo of who's in power, but the status quo of how the system operates and how we treat each other, and even in our dialogue. I have to go, but I will say I appreciate you guys standing out here.
Be concerned that the activism that you're seeing is being manipulated also. Because there's kids who hold up a sign, whatever, pro-Constitution, the Second Amendment, because we don't want to trust police powers, that we be concerned that the information you're receiving is being manipulated. And just try to vet it.
True at all states.
That's all. So I try to vet as much as I can. I try to exchange information as much as I can, and I try to create a social fabric as opposed to rip a social fabric apart by having these conversations.
That's a great.
I consider myself just one thread, though, and so.
But I do have to say, and this is constructive criticism, so please take this positively, that sometimes your tone of voice and how you project and like the energy that you give off to some people, it's kind of negative.
Okay, what I would do is, why don't you learn so it becomes positive? positive because I mean it positive. So, no, why would you laugh? No, because
You're poor, you're huddled masses.
right, that was a poem that was added after the Statue of Liberty. I agree.
I think you made my point. I think
See,
Talk to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door.
right. Well, yeah. Why don't you read the poem called Invictus about somebody being falsely accused of a crime? Right.
What I'd
Well,
like
good.
to see is instead of us, arguing about, what makes the country great or what makes the country not great, I would like to see somebody say, well, tell me what you think and let me listen.
But I have to only say it in a tone that you're willing to receive it, right? For me, I listen to the words.
That's not true.
Well, you just wanted me to communicate in the cultural norm that you want, as opposed to the one I want.
You're putting words in my mouth.
Okay. Well, you said that. Why don't I deliver in a message that was
That's
more?
not what I said.
Okay.
I said, let me repeat exactly
Right.
the word. I said, constructive criticism for you.
Right, of course.
Please don't take this negatively.
Right.
But the words that you were saying now remember that I prefaced this earlier by saying that I didn't know what political representation I thought you might have been independent.
But you also said manipulated versus persuaded.
Information and wasn't what you said. So make sure you split the two.
Right, but you also said manipulated versus persuaded, right? So we are using different connotations.
That has nothing to do with what I'm talking.
Well, I think it does, and I'm trying to show you how it links.
But I'm telling you. But if you want to continue, that's fine. But all I said was that what you're saying, the energy that you were giving off, wasn't quite positive.
Okay.
I didn't say that. I didn't quite say that.
But that's because of your life experiences. See,
Ty.
No. This is
a perception versus perception.
Yeah. Right.
It's not
right.
fact.
Exactly.
Exactly. And that's why I said constructive.
Exactly. And so what I'm saying is, I agree. I want to be able to keep that envelope of communication open. I want to talk in tones and that's irritating but still civil. Because
that's a good point.
Because when I grew up, that's what I do on purpose. I can calm down. I can do this other stuff. It's reasonable. But if I don't keep the Laotians, the Hmong, the people in the Oriental cultures who talk in different tones and cultures and speeds, the Latins and Italians used to be much more emotive than they're allowed to be.
And that's why I asked you earlier if you had been in the military. And then if you had traveled, and then you said I was deflecting, but I was merely asking you, where your what your life perspective was. You had shut me down on it, and so that's part of that that negative energy.
I appreciate the critique, and I'll work on it. Thank you, sir.
And I appreciate you. Thank you.
Oh, bummer. I mean, good for that. I'm going over here. I'm trying to.
There are no laws that just affect
Hey, guy, he's completely invade breaking all your rules, too.
Is that in reference to
It's the arbitrary and capricious enforcement. No, listen, dude, this is what I'm doing. I'm trying to show how ridiculous it is for you to impose different rules because people are carrying different cameras. Because you know that they're going to tell you, give you a positive. They all they do is promote your press release.
Right, but I didn't hear that. It was in reference to Jeff Sessions coming last week when he came to Sacramento, when he confronted, he gave the speech that he was going to be suing California for their illegal immigration practices. And Jerry Brown came out and said, we are not a sanctuary state. That's what was confusing to me, because when the Attorney General started calling the guys out on the laws that are actually in place, you really can't use rhetoric to escape the things that are written. So are we passing laws that are going to make the things that you're trying to go through actually? That's what I've been saying. If we're going to do these things where we're inviting certain groups of people, there needs to be laws. So we need to have these things brought to a vote. I mean, is this something that's going to be brought to a vote for the citizens to decide? I mean, how is this sanctuary state decided? How does this come about?
So the democratically elected representatives that sit in our state legislature took a vote on a matter that was within their jurisdiction to decide.
Gotcha.
There are certain things that have to go to voters.
Right.
This is something that was within the legal legislature to decide. And these are democratically elected representatives.
Right.
And so they did take that vote. These laws were really, passed, and obviously they can be changed through the processes that exist, and they are going to be examined through the court system. That's certainly what Jeff Sessions did, and that's their right to raise the question of the courts.
Thanks very much.
I'm confident that what was done, what I personally have done, and what the state of California has done, is absolutely right.
This is where I've been really confused, because I agree with you, and that's where I was kind of at a hard one. It's like the state has the right to do it, but then my issue is when they come in, the immigrants aren't staying put in California. So like it would be one of those things where if you want to make them all immigrants that can come here legally, they can stay in California, but then they can just go to Nevada or any other state once they become citizens, right? So that's why I look at it as more of a larger issue than just within the state, because they're not staying put, they're spreading themselves across the nation. So that's, you're good, she's been awesome.
I do want to look into some of the facts.
Can you give me a website? I mean, I've got some viewers. I'll gladly send anyone to a website you could refer me to. This shows where we can look up state laws, sanctuary laws, ways to...
Well, I know...
path of the stroller, please?
I
get the whole audio on tape.
Like, there's a good article that just explains the responsibilities for business owners.
You mean how they can't call ICE and stuff like that?
Correct.
Isn't that...
I don't know if it's the call ICE. I don't remember that specifically.
Well, they have to have a warrant to come onto a work site and all that stuff. I've been trying to read up.
Notifications about they're asking for records, things like that. Again, not superseding federal law, but carving out within state law what we can mandate that is not.
Cool. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for being patient. I'm from Sacramento. I drove down here to see you and made sure to come down because it was an opportunity. I've seen you on the news. I wanted to ask you some questions. You're only 100 miles away, so I figured everyone that you've let go has been coming to SAC, so I thought I'd have to come up here and at least ask.
I urge you to keep looking at facts and data.
I will. That's why I asked for the website, so I will. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Cool. Thanks,
Jeff.
In America, that ICE is coming.
And what's the message you guys want to send?
The message is that we are in America, the United States of America, and we need to follow
that's right. Yeah, of course.
That's the main message.
And what infractions or insurrections do you think happen down here?
Well, one is pissing off people who committed crime. If I know somebody who robbed a bank and then I tip them off that the law authorities are coming, what are they going to do to me?
Where are you from?
I'm from San Francisco.
And is this a concern for like sanctuary cities?
It's a concern for sanctuary cities, sanctuary states, and the United States of America.
Anything else you'd like to add?
My name is Will Johnson, United America First.
Okay, all right. I asked you questions, but they were all short, so I wasn't sure how to ask you a question and get a little extended. So, is this like something like you've seen, in society that has been brewing, or is it just kind of, or is it kind of just a sign of the times?
It is a sign of the times, and people are getting fed up with the way the country is, the direction the country is going. I mean, Trump is the president, and we need to acknowledge that. We need to get behind and unite behind our president. We want positive change, and Trump is bringing that positive change to the nation. But we have people who would rather destroy the nation and go completely different.
Well, that'll get somebody in trouble.
People are entitled to have their different opinion. They don't even have to like the president. I didn't like Obama, but I wouldn't go out here and try to harm people and try to, destroy businesses, try to force people to lose their jobs because I didn't like Obama. I just waited until the election came, then I voted for the person who I thought was better for the country.
That was perfect. Thank you, Will.
Okay.
Thank you.
What's your name, sir?
Abraham.
Abraham, thanks for being out here, Abraham.
Thank you.
Were you at that thing yesterday?
No.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Got here.
One of your cameramen were and didn't take with the. He wasn't concerned I was assaulted.
Yeah. Hey, what happened? Were you guys at the coffee place?
I wasn't, but these, we're trying to support law enforcement. We're trying to support the rule of law. And arbitrarily saying that this place is bad because police are bad. It just makes people. It spreads hate. and we're supposed to be united against hate and all that. You know, it's just all we're doing is we're screaming fire in a crowded theater and creating mob rule, and we're trying to be the front line for the front line.
All right. We'll sit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's how I feel.
Oh, sorry about that. Have a wonderful day. You recommend? What's that? That looks good. Have a good day. Anybody who buys 12 or something, I wanted to know what it is, because.
Let's give them. No, that's what's going on.
Excuse me. Are you a witness when I was assaulted yesterday? She's so disingenuous. I love it. Have a good day. Here's a witness to the gal I was assaulted. I posted up on my Facebook page.
I highly doubt it. Look at your twitching eyebrows, bro. You're triggered. Just watch what happens when someone came up in your house, bro, and watch your wife's cheeks. What are you gonna do about it? Your gun does it, dude. Because you can't handle business when 2-3 dudes come up in your house.
So much fear.
But at least you're not calling me a Nazi, which I give you props because you're smarter than the rest.
Are you?
I sense fear from you, to tell you the truth.
Are you? Am I what? No.
Why would you accuse somebody of that?
Well, he's asking. He's not accusing.
No, come on, no. Just by the implication of the question, it's a smearing question.
It is a smearing question. It's an open-ended.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, how long have you? When did you stop molesting children?
He's got his daughter with him.
I know. I'm sorry. It's just. You call him a Nazi.
What the hell, Ty?
What? It's the same thing.
These are the kids.
You don't ask somebody if he's a Nazi.
Call me a Nazi. Hold my daughter, dude. You Nazi. I'm holding my 4-month-old daughter in my arms.
I know,
they
but we're better
all the time. We are better than them.
Come on, Ashton. Give me a break.
Yeah, Ty, to be the better person.
That's not how you play Alinsky. You got to be able to. You got to use Alinsky rules in Alinsky territory. Well. Then you're protected. That's why I hold Cuck Spartan accountable, and I don't bitch when. But sorry, I just had to put a negative reinforcement on using Nazi.
Yeah, I saw a little bit bits and pieces of the live stream, but had I known about it like in advance, I joined you guys. Oh yeah, okay, thanks.
Let's see now. So, you guys curious? Like to ask any questions? Try to dissolve the persuasions that we might have that might be.
Sorry?
I said, do you have any questions? It just seems like a lot of curiosity, but not a lot of communication going on. I'm just a citizen, just holding the microphone. Have a good day. Great place, though. Great farmers market.
It's good every Sunday.
I know. I'm going to come back. Indian food booth out there is fantastic. I had the with lamb. I have to go touch with the V.
Very good.
Good stuff. What do you recommend?
Fresh strawberries.
Fresh strawberries are always good.
Organic.
Yeah,
Organic. Take care.
This is Wally.
Yeah, the walkway here.
Get a good picture, bro. I'm all over the set. Send it to all those little Antifa faggots you hang out with. Oh, they're on the right. I believe it, brother.
Oh, I bet. We already saw that this morning. It was nice and fun.
That dude got a handful of bear mace, didn't he?
Oh yeah, like all over the internet and TV. With a little mild.
Hey, so I can make a statement? So I can make a statement, sir?
I think that if I'm a dude just threatened us with Antifa.
Yeah, he did.
They're coming.
He's
got no friends. He's all dressed in black, so he'll call the Antifa. Let me go call the Antifa.
Bob Mueller coming at him.
Bob Mueller, he's gonna go get Hillary Clinton next, buddy. Yep.
Hey, McCabe needs a retirement home. Sorry. Let's see. So I have been reading the screen here for about an hour. Yeah. Okay, cool, Kathy.
this guy over here is telling you to stay on the walkway.
Will's much more skilled at this than I am. So
stay on the walkway, guys. Can you get off the walkway?
Right. I'll go help you clear some of the other walkway. I just think it's a little disingenuous. Why don't you go talk to him? I mean, we're not blocking walkways. We're waiting in line. We're reasonable. We're the good guys, right? We're the people who try to apply the rules equally, not emotionally. Is that true? Okay, by you applying rules on people that you standing in walkways. I'm not standing in a walkway. You're the one standing in the walkway, right? So you would think you would apply that rule. That's an emotionally applied.
It's a little intimidating.
To who? See, when people say that they're intimidated, I'm trying to. How can I bolster your courage then?
Because I feel like.
Right.
Okay, that's why I came to talk to you guys, because I feel like you don't like me because I'm Jewish or something.
My name's Ty.
And I'm like, I love Obama, and I believe in human rights and women's rights, and I don't want guns in our schools, and I feel like
those are all valid political opinions, right?
I don't know if you think so. I mean,
those are valid political opinions. I'm not saying I would agree with them. I don't think that I don't know which ones might lead to a better society or which one. I know that the one about taking guns away from citizens, gun control, is unconstitutional because we have a right to keep and bear arms that's constantly being eroded. Because
it's not really being eroded. There's plenty of guns out there.
Well, it's okay. So, but it says it's what is it?
Kids are
right, but what is it? Okay.
My 7th grade kids know everything. We're going into school, right? I'm a teacher. They know more about guns than anybody.
Okay. I'm live streaming. I'm a Frontline America.
No, I mean, I just feel like. They know more about guns than I ever dreamed of.
Okay.
And we're talking in the classroom, and they have so much knowledge about guns, and I'm trying to teach art and
I'll help you end that comment. I mean, I'll help you educate them.
We were in 7th grade. Did we have to walk into schools and worry about?
No, because you know why? Because we learned that the Articles of Confederation didn't have enough law enforcement. So when they included militia into the Constitution in 1788 when it was ratified, they included the terms militia. That's never referenced when they're talking about the Second Amendment, all right? So because we needed police powers in the federal government, therefore, the citizens have a right to keep and bear arms, shall not be deprived, because we need it. No, I know, but I'm trying to give you the missing link here is Articles of Confederation didn't have enough law enforcement. The U.S. Constitution used militia as it defined it in the Constitution. I know.
300 years ago.
No, but it's still valid today. It's a supreme law of the land.
Have enough guns. There's no problem with people getting guns. No one's taking them away from anybody.
But what about innovation in guns? What if you made a gun lighter or safer?
I don't really want anyone to have a gun. I don't want a gun. Right. I don't want my child to have a gun. I don't want a gun in my home. I don't want it in my school. I don't want anybody in my city.
Good.
I want to have people painting and drawing and reading.
But do you want to take guns away from people because you're scared of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's what we're worried about.
Yeah, well, I don't need to worry about it. All I want to do.
You want to deprive somebody of their civil right.
No, I want to deprive them. I would just rather they were reading a book or drawing a
Okay, that's not what the question was. Would you deprive somebody? Would you go and take guns?
For the overall safety of the general society,
right.
Because I live in a society where I have to abide by laws. I don't hurt other people. I don't threaten other people. I don't want anyone to get hurt, and I feel like for the greater good, that would be a good idea.
Okay, if you were getting hurt, if you were getting hurt, would you want? No, if you were getting attacked, would you want to be able to defend yourself?
I would. I don't believe in violence, meaning violence.
So you would sacrifice yourself. That's a pacifist view.
No, I don't feel that yeah, I'm a pacifist.
That's fine.
I don't feel that having a gun would make me safer.
Okay.
I don't feel like having more guns makes us safer. I feel like it makes it there's. Now we're just I was reading about in Yemen, where 7 million children are starving.
Right. But that's because of Yemen politics, right?
It's complicated, right? But they have a lot of the weapons are coming from America.
Well, okay,
America.
but
we're supplying weapons. But
what's the longest running constitutional republic ever? Up until this date in human history. The United States of America. I'm sorry, it's not a trick question. No, you're a teacher. I know you're an art teacher. So what I'm trying to show you is there might be a reason was because we were able to have a deterrent against tyranny that's why we were able to help other countries gain liberty. We've sacrificed more lives and money to gain liberty than any other country in the history of the world. Are you aware of that?
Well, I don't really believe that.
Okay. Well, that's fact.
Well, I don't believe in that liberty. I believe that we've created a lot of heartbreak, trauma.
Sure.
We've killed tons of people
Sure.
in Vietnam and Cambodia, genocide. We had a terrible genocide in our country. And
Do you know what happened after we left Vietnam? Like,
yes.
1,000 times more people perished, right?
And but we started that ball rolling.
No, the French did.
Well,
all we did was we filled the void that they left because they turned their back upon the civilization that they had gone to.
I just feel like we don't need to arm the world with guns or our own citizens. We just need more.
What if we arm the world with guns and that stopped tyranny and fights?
I don't believe it will.
Okay. It seems that the places. Right. Well, I'm just trying to add some other information.
I'm not trying to. I understand your perspective, but I wish you. I just don't believe that guns stop violence. I don't believe it.
Okay. Where you have no.
It's up here. Education, books, reading, writing, and literature, and painting, drawing.
When has that ever worked?
It's worked.
No, because somebody will always act as a tyrant, right? So you have to have a deterrent against tyranny. Did you ever see the Stanford prison experiment?
Well, I am glad for Churchill, and we did stop Hitler. But
okay,
that was,
but did you? Well, we stopped Hitler because we waited until tyranny attacked us and killed 3,000 people in Hawaii, right? I mean, that's why we joined the war. We probably should have joined it earlier to save a couple million other people, right? 12 million people, whatever. In any case, so my point is ever see the Stanford prison experiment? The Zimbardo? Okay, they took 20 college kids, separated them randomly, and within 6 days, human nature took over. That's what we are up against.
Well, I use art. Love is my message.
course,
I believe love can.
And you would be in agreement with my stepmother, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's all.
No, it's a valid.
Guns, just love. Yeah, love and understanding.
That's a valid political perspective. I hope someday we're able to get closer toward peace than having to have deterrents, but all reasonable, objective.
That's why I'm afraid. See, when you talk about deterrence, I see you guys, I get angry, and I get angry because I feel like you're threatening, peace with the gun. That's why I get angry.
Right.
And you stick a gun in my face, I'm going to feel threatened.
Okay.
I don't feel like.
Well, you feel threatened with police officers here?
Sometimes.
All right. Well, I don't, but how you doing, sir? My name's Ty.
My hand is broken, so I can't really.
It's okay. Are we cool with that? Yeah, that's fine. Appreciate you being out here. I'm not forcing anybody's opinion on here.
I'm just listening.
Yeah. We're just trying to. I'm just trying to keep the envelope of civil liberties and civil rights open, without people calling epithets. So.
Yeah, we need to call epithets. What exactly is
Things just Libby. Just the mayor here. You can give her some input. For example, I think that the other side of Oakland needs to have more commerce economic zones. I want.
What's the other side of Oakland?
The side that is more economically depressed. It has less opportunity.
The east side of Oakland?
Yes, east side.
Our work. Okay.
So
how do we plan on doing that?
Well, economic zones, lower city taxes, making city. Taking care of all the illegal dumping, lowering dumping fees so people don't have to pay $100 to dump a mattress, So that's the type of stuff. She's the mayor. The mayor's right here.
No, I know.
Oh, okay.
I've met her a couple times.
Okay, so we're just giving input like that. We're trying to also by, I'm assuming, we're just different citizens, right? We're just trying to take away the damage of being called an epithet because our book cover wasn't the right book cover that whoever wants to suppress freedom. And,
you mean like how you're portrayed?
No, how we look. It used to be in the 60s. And I call Berkeley because, they sent out those dudes in black masks, right? Berkeley, because they didn't like the way that these people looked. They were patriots like myself, and they would attack us, right? Okay. And I think that it's the same thing that happened in the mid-60s with black people. It's just a different. Instead of using white hoods, they use black hoods. So because they didn't like the way people looked and the way they think. they wanted to give them unequal access to different facilities. It's a modern day Rosa Parks without diminishing the importance of a Rosa Parks. It's like I don't even want to use it. I don't even like talking about like the colors because I want to talk about America. I want to talk about e pluribus unum, how all the rules are supposed to work for each other. I want to promote commerce and free enterprise.
Okay.
To bring back hope as opposed to the government having your hand out for the government for an unequal treatment. So she can determine who succeeds. I want you to be able to determine when you succeed.
Well, I feel successful.
Good. That's cool. Let's propagate that, right?
Yeah, but my students, as a public school system, are some undocumented immigrants, and I feel as if they have a place in the society as well. Because my question is, everybody out here, all your families are legal immigrants, man.
Oh no, wait a minute.
That's not true.
But there's
yes, it is.
That's not true. How's that true?
Your land?
It is.
No, it wasn't.
If I was born here, how come it's not my land?
But it was stolen from people who
Who
were
was
here
it stolen
before.
from? Who stole it?
It was purchased.
Americans were here.
It was purchased.
Who stole it?
California.
What's the history on that? Who stole it?
Who stole it?
Yeah, who stole
laws that were artificially created.
You know it was purchased, right? You know it was purchased, right?
But it was under false circumstances.
Thanks, Kathy.
Guys, man.
You need to know the history. You know the history before you talk about it.
You need to know the history.
You need to know the
Yeah,
history
dude,
before
it's
you
like-
talk about it. See, they pushed up this false narrative.
Who is they?
The teachers.
Huh?
You said teachers?
Don't they? Well, you're the.
I'm a math teacher.
Okay.
Liberals.
So I'm not saying.
Who are the liberals?
Seriously, are you a liberal?
I don't have.
Who's pushing the narrative that the Native Americans were the original people here?
See, here you go. You're making generalities.
See, this is this jumping back and forth between generalities.
I just said I'm a human.
I'm just trying to. I don't know how to bound the. I'm trying to do a Socratic method. I don't know how to jump around the circle so that I could bound the question because.
It is. You said, who are you?
What do you believe in?
I believe in freedom and equal rights for the individual.
We all do.
I don't believe that.
Okay, well, how do we?
I don't know. I'm gonna step that back. I don't know.
Why not? We all do. Do I have the freedom to stand here with the American flag?
Of course you do.
He doesn't think so.
I don't think.
Look at him. He's angry.
He is. He's literally.
I don't even know what he's angry about. He's never even.
But you don't know he's angry.
Yeah, he's angry. He's already. Ask him. Ask him.
He is angry.
He's already told us he's angry.
Ask him. He is angry. Ask him.
How are you doing today?
Are you angry?
I just want to get my fruits and vegetables and like having politics.
Hey, dude.
The farmers
All right.
market really ain't my thing. So you know what?
Well, you know who made it political was the mayor, right?
She's a politician.
Right. So we're here participating. It's like.
But she didn't say anything. What's going on?
She didn't say anything. We're here because the mayor's here. It's what we're supposed to do. And I want to spend money here. By the way, that Indian food booth, fantastic. The lamb Vorisir. Okay, make it. That's good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Get out! This is my community. Get the fuck out! I don't give a shit either. It's my neck of the woods. Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! Oh, I'm a fucking Nazi? Oh, yeah, I'm a fucking Nazi, motherfucker! Bro. Fuck you! Get the fuck out!
This is still America, dude.
Get the fuck out!
Still America.
Get the fuck out!
Why are you so angry?
I'm a fucking fascist, motherfucker!
Why are you so angry?
Fuck you, motherfucker! I can trace you, dumb motherfucker!
My family lives in Alameda County.
Oh, right on, brother!
My family pays more taxes than all of you Antifa.
And fuck you! Go back to your fucking Vice documentary, you dumb bitch!
Parasites from my family's taxes.
Crazy, man.
You sea shepherd, you sea cow.
Thanks for being here, guys.
You're a sea. He's a sea sheep.
It is our safe space community. Get the hell out of
That's called your home. That's a home.
My family pays your taxes, and I'm tired of it. You parasites.
Full of make America great again.
We're here protesting for
you lawbreakers.
America's never been great. America is great.
I'm from here. I'm from Alabama. What are you talking about?
Thanks, bro. America is great.
Hey, my battery's about to run out, guys. So I'm going to try to pick it up on my other phone.
Shut up, fascist.
I only have a few percentage left here.
You are a Nazi. You're a fascist. You're a fascist.
Oh, okay.
You are.
Well, who can?
He's intolerant of my